These are actions that are not in your best interest. Actions which are governed by wishful thinking and by foolish and uninformed expectations. Such an approach to life in the universe will lay you open to deception and manipulation beyond what you are accustomed to, and for which you have not yet developed a sufficient set of counter-measures. Life in the universe is difficult because all advanced nations have outstripped their world's ability to sustain them, thus forcing them to engage in commerce and to a great degree to become controlled by other nations, under whose commercial agreements they must now be forced to submit. Life in the universe is perilous for the unwary, and yet the greater community into which you are emerging is vast and magnificent, holding immense opportunities for learning and education and immense opportunities for self-discovery and for founding a world where greater unity must be established and can be established effectively. There are races in the universe who are very advanced in this regard, far beyond anything that humanity has established here on Earth. But they do not engage in space exploration. They do not engage in resource acquisition or in trying to persuade or manipulate young and unaware races such as the human family, for that is not ethical and leads to unfortunate consequences. The wise have learned many things over the eons of time in the universe, many things that humanity has not yet discovered or is only beginning to learn. The wise have learned that all nations require resources and must either build their own self-sufficiency and trade amongst very trusted partners, or take the great and unfortunate risk of becoming involved in larger networks of trade and resource acquisition, larger networks which will always compromise their integrity and self-determination. For if you are dependent upon others for the very things you need, then they, even more than you, will determine the nature of the engagement and the terms by which such an engagement must be met. In your own world, you have seen smaller nations fall under the overarching persuasion of other nations that was garnered without the use of force. Persuasion that preyed upon the weakness and the divisions within these weaker nations, making them now dependent upon larger nations beyond their control and to which they are forced to submit. There is much for you to learn regarding this, and you have many questions, of course. In these briefings, we will attempt to answer some of your questions if they can be answered. Yet some questions must be answered by a greater power, the greater power of the Creator of all life, who has put knowledge as a potential within each person and within intelligent life throughout the universe. But such potential has not been discovered yet by the human family to any great degree. And as you will discover, it remains beyond the reach and awareness of many in the greater community, especially those who wield great technological power, who have abandoned their early traditions of religion to serve the religion of power, commerce and technology. It is true in the universe that the wise must remain hidden to remain wise, and that freedom is built on three fundamental realities. 1. That a world's peoples be united sufficiently to face the universe as one people. 2. That such people must maintain and protect their self-sufficiency so as not to become bound and dependent upon foreign powers who do not share their values or their emphasis on freedom. And 3. That such people must become extremely discreet regarding their activities and behavior, which will always fall under the scrutiny of those who wish to take advantage of these people or who fear the freedom that such people might possess. Do not confuse the ancient home of God with the greater community, for the greater community is a physical reality, and everyone in it must struggle to survive and must face the reality of competition and all of its hazards. Yet each race is the promise to evolve and to become free and to become wise. This opportunity still remains everywhere, within all beings and all nations in the universe. Here you must come not with hopeful expectations, or with dread or fear, but with a greater sobriety and clarity of mind. Do not approach the greater community wanting things for yourself, hoping and believing that those whom you will encounter will provide these things for you. For this is unwise and will rob you of the discernment that you must have to see clearly and to be able to discern those opportunities that are beneficial from those that only appear to be beneficial. This is the wisdom one must utilize within one's own world, for this is a universal truth. Our task is to reveal the real nature of the intervention that is occurring in the world today, to warn you and to prepare you for the realities of life and the universe, to give you a greater impetus for human unity and cooperation, and to show you the great need for the cessation of conflict within your world. We do this because we value humanity as a race, but we also do this for our own self-preservation. For to have another free nation in this neighborhood of space is of great interest to us. We support it as an idea for all races. Yet in our local region of space, it will help preserve our integrity, and it will help preserve our autonomy if such a race as yours can evolve into the greater community free of foreign domination and educated about the realities of life beyond your borders. We will speak in these briefings about this greater arena of life. We will give you the information that is needed even if it does not answer your desires for specific names, dates and places, which would be meaningless to you and which would not serve a useful purpose. For you cannot verify these things for yourself. What you need is a greater perspective and a greater vision. What we will impart will not be strange and foreign to you. In many ways, it will be akin to what you yourself have seen within your world and what you are able to recognize through your awareness of nature and history. Life in the universe has taken many different forms. Even though many races use technologies beyond your current capabilities, all must still face the rigors of life. All must still make the difficult choices between freedom and submission. And all must still deal with the need for resources and stability. It is a truth that all must face. No one through technology has gained exemption from the great requirements of life. You who are just beginning your journey into the greater community must now undertake a greater education. This greater education will call upon your strengths, your awareness and whatever wisdom may reside within your heart and within the hearts of all who dwell within your world. For it is this wisdom you need now more than ever before.